show.
I wipe my bum with this game.
10 o'clock is game time. Check out hot new shows all this week at 10 p.m. Coming up next, the Screensavers, followed by Players at 8 and Sweat at 8:30.
Coming up tonight, find out what happens when a cartographer goes digital. And we're going inside the making of the sci-fi movie I, Robot. And Kevin decks out his new Hummer H2. Live from the G4 Tech TV studios in San Francisco, it's the Screensavers! Woo! Kevin Rose, thanks for joining us on TSS. If it can be hacked, cracked, fragged, or modded, we've got it right here on the Screensavers.
Absolutely. Tonight we have a really, really good show. Cartographer David Rumsey is here to show us the technology behind preserving maps. Quite a bit of technology goes into it,
Very cool.
or not. And I got to talk to Will Smith about his new movie, I, Robot. And I said yesterday it was a really fun time.
Seems like a cool guy.
He's a really cool guy.
Excellent. And I'm installing a little satellite TV in my Hummer. But, you know, today... That sounds a little weird. You'll see it a little later.
I was like, you are installing satellite TV in your Hummer.
Yeah, we're not going there today. But the audience is great. We have a huge audience today. I wanted to start off by giving out some free stuff to the audience. The audience wants free stuff?
They like
all right. We're going to throw out some T-shirts here. Here we go. There we go. There we go. I like to see the audience fight.
Kevin likes to see people dive for things.
It's always fun to start the show off. And I still have Cat's Boot. Cat's Boot is still here. Any big cat fans? Any cat fans?
Look at that one guy like, give me the boot.
Okay, let's give it to this kid right here. Oh, here we go. Big cat fan right there.
Now that.
All right.
Now that is some good swag.
I'm not responsible. I am not responsible what he does with it after the show. That's all up to him.
I don't even want to know.
I don't know where the other one is. Somebody already took it.
It's just the one boot. That's what makes it so special.
That's right.
We're also taking your live calls, so call us at 888-989-7879, or, of course, you can email us through our web form at g4techtv.com/asktss.
That's right, and today is Thursday. That means it's time for the Screensavers LAN party.
Powered by NVIDIA!
I was going to... Today we're playing one of our favorite first-person shooters, very much
Sound
so.
of music?
It's Far Cry. Far Cry is a great multiplayer game, but it's even better first-person shooter, so if you don't already have it, you gotta pick it up.
That's right. Today on the Screensavers team, they are ready to kill. In seat number 1, Dan Foo Frontal Nudity Hewitt. That's right. Look at him.
That's not bad.
Look at him. It's a killer. In seat number 2, lab rat and genius on anything related to video cards, graphics, and gaming, Robert Heron.
Woo!
And as always, we give our audience a chance to play, so we've got a couple more guys in there. Good luck to all of them, and good luck to all of you playing against us. You're going to need it, because we have been practicing.
That's right.
Full frontal nudity, I mean.
He's awesome.
You got to watch out for that guy.
I'm going to ask him. That's actually, all his nicknames have a reason behind. I'm going to ask him a little bit later.
There's a story. You know there's a story.
There's a story. There's a story. Let's start with the tech news at Copyright today. I've got the first story. 4 years in development. 4 years, but the time has finally come. Doom 3 has gone Golden Master. You can pick up the game at 12:01 a.m. on August 3rd. A lot of these gaming stores, they're going to do that whole thing where you kind of camp out overnight.
Or like for like the whole week before.
The hardcore guys, they like set up their little tents, like the week before, and they make a little line and they
like do
share
barbecues.
stories. story. He's like, I killed, whatever.
Yeah.
But so the minimum requirements for the game are a 1 gigahertz processor, 256 megs of RAM, a GeForce 1 or a Radeon 7000 series graphics card. With that configuration, yeah, Robert Heron's like laughing right now. With that configuration, you get about 3 frames per second is what I'm guessing. It's going to be pretty sad. But the beta testers report that you need a 3 gigahertz processor, in my case an Athlon 3200 plus because I don't touch Intel stuff, 512 megabytes of RAM, a Radeon 9800 Pro, or a GeForce 5900 Ultra is what they're saying that you need. Unbelievable game. It's going to be really cool.
And we'll be playing it in our lane.
I've already been playing it. I've been playing the beta a while ago. They let me play. Not that I've downloaded anything.
Why would, yeah,
at all.
Because you're a good boy.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Next story.
Earlier this week, we performed a live test of the Gmail service by asking you, our viewers, to email us and fill up our Gmail inbox. fillupmybox@gmail.com. We all remember that. Well, we went to check on our progress after the first half of the show. We weren't able to get into the inbox, and believe it or not, we still can't.
No, we still can't, and everyone's getting bounced back emails. Anybody that sends an email there, they've been bouncing back.
So we were thinking, well, is that what happens when you fill up an email?
Yeah, could you imagine that's what happens? Like when you fill it up, you just can't have access to it anymore.
It's like 1 gig, and then you go, 1 megabyte over, no more inbox.
Yeah, but we talked to Google. Actually, David Prager, one of our producers here, called Google up on the phone.
Yeah, he's got some friends there.
Yeah, he's got some friends there. He used to date one of the girls there, actually.
Well, I'm not supposed to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's turning red. Look how red Prager is right now.
Oh, he's happy. He's pretty happy. This show's already out of control.
Yeah, it is. So we called them, and they're checking with their engineers to see what went wrong. What I'm thinking is that it was some type of automated function that if they get hammered, they kind of shut down the account for abuse.
Because it wasn't just that it didn't fill up over time.
Right.
It filled up within a day.
Yes, within hours. So I could log in. Yeah, probably 1 hour. So I could log in with my account. Everybody else can log in with theirs.
Yeah, I can log in with mine. Not a problem.
So we're gonna hopefully get back to. They're gonna get back to us, Prager, hopefully soon. Yeah, they'll hopefully get back to us soon, and we'll tell you exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So for now, the theory is it's probably just massive overload.
Yes.
Not necessarily just the gig.
Yes, indeed.
Moving on, let's take a phone call, shall we? Dig ourselves out of this hole as soon as possible. Ray joins us on the G4 Tech TV NetCam network from Lockport, New York. Hello, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, how you doing, Sarah?
Good.
How you doing, Kevin?
Yeah, talk to Sarah all the time. No mention of Kevin here. I see how it is, Ray.
Well,
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So what can we do for you? How you doing, Ray?
Well, I've got a number of children, 8 of them to be specific.
Wow.
What did you say? You have 8 children?
Yeah.
Ray's been busy.
Good Lord.
And we go through quite a bit of software. I found a way to back up my PC software.
Right.
And I use 321 Studios on that.
Right.
Games X copy. And I found a way to back up my DVD movies that the kids watch. But I'm having trouble backing up their PS2 games.
Ah.
And I was wondering maybe you guys can enlighten me to something.
Yeah, we can help you out with that. I mean, there's 2 things that you have to do.
Got some experience here.
Yeah, when talking about back-end PS2 games. And I can understand with a family, 8 kids, they're constantly getting scratched, I'm sure, Ray.
I can't believe you have anything still intact.
Yeah. They can tear them up.
Some of them are teenagers.
Oh, they're teenagers.
Even worse.
Yes.
So we're burning some discs.
Yeah, well, first thing you have to do is you have to mod your PS2.
Right.
So you're going to have to open that up, and inside you're going to install, there's a bunch of different chips out there. The ones that I've heard that are really good are the DMS3 mod chips. I have a picture of him right here. And once you buy that chip, there's like 14 or 15 different solder points, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I remember you saying that this was nowhere near as easy as the Xbox modding.
No, it's not. It's incredibly difficult to mod a PS2.
So this is a project. You got to know what you're getting into.
Are you good with soldering, Ray?
Extremely well.
Okay, excellent.
Not as good as Yoshi, but who is?
That's right. Oh, Yoshi. Where's Yoshi? Where he is. So anyway, the software, after you do that, after you install the mod chip and you get it all up and running, then you're going to run a piece of software called Alcohol 120%. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have that program.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be working now. Is there different types of, DVDs that you would use to do that with? I mean, compatibility-wise?
Yeah, there's a couple different types of actually, not all PS2 games are DVD. Some of them are actually CDR still.
Right.
So you have to determine what it is first. And I'm not sure if it's the plus or the dash that you need. I'm going to have to do a little more research on. We'll find out that and talked about it in the final emails. But this is the software to do it with. I've done it to one game just to see if it was working. And in the drop down here, you just choose the PS2, which I'm sure that you see when you click on the backup. Have you seen that, the little data type and you choose PlayStation 2?
Under alcohol?
You click on the copy, let's see, it's the...
Lower left-hand corner.
Yeah, lower left-hand corner. Once you click the copy wizard...
It's like a drop-down menu.
There's a little drop-down menu there.
Okay.
And you have to make sure that that is on PS2. And once you do that, it's going to create the image, then it'll burn a disc back for you. You'll have the disc, and I put it in, and once I have that mod chip installed, it works just fine.
It's just getting the mod chip installed.
Right. The mod chip is the first thing you need, because if you put that in a non-modded PS2, it'll be like, this is a burned game, I'm not going to play it, and then you're not going to get anywhere. But I have to tell you, Alcohol 120%, their site is down right now. They have something about a lawsuit. I'm not kidding. It's actually down right now. But if you go into Google and you type in Alcohol 120% download, it's like the third link down. They still have some download links up. But they are closing up shop, so you may want to get this software now to all the people out there that don't already have it. But it's a great little application. It works for all different types of games, not only PlayStation 2, but your standard games you would buy as well.
Yeah, you've done it as a directive before.
Yeah,
lots of uses. Thanks for the call, Ray, and good luck with all those kids.
Yeah, lots of kids.
That's in trips to Costco.
Yes. It's fantastic.
Yosh?
We're just getting started, but do you want to watch satellite TV while you're rolling down the road? We'll find out later. After the break, see digitized maps if you've never seen them before when the Screensavers continues.
Been collecting maps for over 20 years. His digitizing project has put thousands of these maps now at your disposal. David Rumsey joins us now to show off some of his work. Welcome, David. You've been on the show before.
I have. It's great to be
Not
back.
in a while. So you collect maps, but you're not just any average collector. I mean, you're a serious map collector. How many maps have you collected?
I
over
was
the years?
obsessed.
You're obsessed.
I collected
You had a problem.
150,000. I had a big problem.
My goodness.
But I love them. You know, they're history and art all together. They're in my library in San Francisco. But 4 years ago, I, got over the addiction and reversed the flow and put it all back on the internet for free on my website.
Now, why, if you've got 150,000 maps, wouldn't you charge people like $5 a map or something to download them for themselves?
I think it's important for material to be on the web that's free, and I love the stuff and I want to share it with people, so that's why I do it.
Wow. Now that is, you don't hear people say things like that much on the internet anymore. So let's take a look at the website and see what kind of stuff we've got here.
Here it is. It's davidrumsey.com. This is the home page.
All right.
It's got 4 different viewers. Insight browser, we'll look at that. It's got GIS and a collections ticker.
Okay.
We go into the browser. It opens a database. You can see we've got 10,040 maps online. We grow about 1,000 every month or 2. You can browse through just thumbnails by thumbnails. When you find a map you like this is Lewis and Clark's map, 1814.
Wow.
You click on it, you get the full catalog record. You double click on it and it opens in a new zoom window.
All right.
Now you can see that we really scan these high res. 380 megs, per scan.
Ooh.
So we can zoom down. These are the mountains that Lewis and Clark thought was just going to be one mountain range. It was 14, and it nearly killed them. But we can zoom in and see their trail and all the detail.
Now this, in detail, this is not even, we're not even pixelating it at all. You must have had quite an incredible scanner.
Oh yeah, the highest tech that there is. Some of our images are up to 2 gigabytes in size.
Good.
Yeah. Now going back to the web database, we can search also. Search by keyword San Francisco. Goes into the database. It finds 518 maps just on San Francisco. We'll browse down to this map. This is one that you've got there that we were looking at.
And now this map is actually, it's kind of, for those not familiar with San Francisco, much of our city is built on landfill.
Exactly.
But it wasn't always.
You can see it here, all underwater back in 1852. This is a gold rush period map.
Okay.
So back onto the website.
So this is the same map.
Same map. We can now zoom in very high res and see that all of these streets were in fact docks and piers. Everything was underwater.
It's a waterfront that no longer exists.
Exactly. Wow. Then we can go to our GIS part of the site. That's Geographic Information Systems, where we twisted the map and brought it into correct space. And with our image viewer now, we can blend in the modern satellite view of the downtown, and everything, the same blocks are in the same position.
Way!
So we can see how things changed over time.
That's incredible.
And we can also see that many of the high-rises downtown were built on mud.
They used to be underwater.
Exactly.
It's because the blocks are the same, so you can just superimpose maps, the new maps, over the old ones.
Yeah.
Now, how did some of this stuff, you have got some serious content here, how did some of this get into your new book?
We decided to do a book because with books, you can tell stories.
Right.
Database, you write your own story. It's sort of like a game. You're flying through, you go
and
where
that's
you
fine,
want. And that's
but
fine.
You've kind of got a beginning, middle, and end.
We wanted to tell a story. And I did this with Edie Punt, who's chief cartographer at ESRI Press. It's called Cartographica Extraordinaire, The Historical Map Transform. It's based on my website. Everything in the book is taken from the website. ESRI Press is part of ESRI. They make all the GIS software that we use. They did a beautiful job on the book. Very high resolution images of all the maps. It's divided into 6 sections. We basically cover the whole history of mapping, but also the political history that influenced the mapping.
Now, have things changed a lot in the last, I mean, with the internet and everything in the last, I would even say just 10 years, the way that maps are created?
Oh, it's all now done by computers and so on. But, you know, back in 1731, when they did this map, they thought California was an island.
Ah,
which a lot of people think it still is, but
it's not.
It's not.
And because someone went around the South and said, oh, yeah, this isn't connected to the rest of the U.S. Of course.
That's a great little pocket globe. This is Fremont's map. I want to show you one other one here. This is the wonderful Lewis and Clark map, 1814. We made a mosaic. Wow. I'll show you a 3D fly-through with gaming tools that we do on the site of this map later.
It's amazing.
This shows you property. This is all the plantations on the Mississippi. See how thin they are?
So for people who don't, you know, people say, map's a map. Not so. There are many different kinds
like
of...
Here, look at this. This is the travels of the Aztec Indians over 400 years.
And you've collected all of this stuff. Where are you finding these things?
I find them all over the world.
Auctions?
Auctions, you name it.
Now you said you've got some sort of a 3D view of the Lewis and Clark map that you showed us on the website. Let's take a look at that.
Let's take a look at that. Okay, and here's the stuff at home. We go into the website here. This is we use 3D
that's
gaming
the map that
technology.
We just saw.
That's the map we just saw. We're now flying down into it.
All right.
And this is Lewis and Clark's path that they followed along the Missouri. We're going a little faster than they went. And we go over the mountains here. We'll just fly right over on into, we'll slow down a little bit, go over into Portland, Oregon.
So literally,
and off into space.
You can literally follow their path.
Yeah.
And now you said that was gaming technology.
It's gaming technology. The same kind of gaming that you're showing here, we use with historical maps to kind of create a different kind of game.
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good work. You must be so proud of this book.
Oh, yeah. Well, Edie Punt is a wonderful co-author. I give her a lot of credit, too. We had a great time making it. It took about 2 years. We did it by telephone a lot, you know, being on the web, and picking up maps here and there.
Well, I encourage everybody to look at davidrumsey.com. That was David Rumsey, who is also the president of Cartography Associates. You can see all of his awesome maps, plus a link to his new book, again at his website, davidrumsey.com. Outstanding. Love maps.
Still to come, see who's bragging who here in the land party. And after the break, Kevin tricks out his new rod with the works, including mobile satellite TV, when the Screensavers continues.
Pimp, can you make your vehicle? Kevin decks out his Humvee with DirecTV, 5 flat screens, and a thumping system that even makes Master P wet his pants. It's going to cost an arm and a leg. Take a look. It's awesome.
So I just got my new Hummer H2, and you know me, I like to have the latest and greatest when it comes to technology, and cars are no different. So I decided to come down here to Auto House in Hayward, California, and check out the latest and greatest in satellite TV for your vehicle. So let's go inside and see if they can deck me out. Hey, Kevin Rose, G4 Tech TV.
Kevin, Manny from Auto House. Welcome.
Thank you. You know, I just got a brand new Hummer.
I saw you cruising in.
I'm loving it.
Looking proud.
Yes, very proud. And I have to get satellite TV for it, and I hear that you guys are the ones that offer it.
We'll hook you up, Kevin.
All right, so show me, what is this? I'm new to this. Start from the beginning.
This is a satellite dish manufactured by a company called KVH. It's called Track Vision. What we have, Kevin, it's the actual satellite dish is going to be mounted to the cross piece.
I see. So does it fold out, or where's the dish itself?
This inside, let me show you, Kevin. If you would, pull this portion off.
Okay. All right. Ah, I see.
This is the actual satellite inside it. Again, it's only 4 inches in thick, so it's a low profile. And what happens is, this is your satellite antenna, and it's going to lock in on the 101 satellite, which is in the south.
Right.
As you start your vehicle, it's going to look for that satellite. It's going to spin.
I see.
It finds it, it locks it in. So Kevin, this is the actual receiver that's mounted in your vehicle. And this is hidden underneath the seat. And you basically, the unit consists of a satellite dish and a receiver. Now we're going to hook you up. We're going to put a couple of different monitors in your Hummer.
Nice.
So I know you're into football.
Yes.
So I'm going to put 2 receivers in your vehicle.
Two different games at once?
2 different games at once.
That's awesome. Let's talk about cost. Satellite and receiver, how much?
You're roughly at $2,500.
Okay, $2,500.
On overhead monitors, you know, you're looking at $500 to $1,500. Install can vary. The headrest, you know, you're looking at $650 a piece on those. We have some new ones. I'll hook you up. We'll go with a 9-inch headrest.
Great.
For the Hummer.
Okay, I'll take 2 of these, 4 of these, and 2 of these. I actually have my buddy Dan's credit card. Is that okay?
That'll be great.
All right, there
Thank
you go.
you.
Thanks.
There you go. Thank you. Could you guys run this for me? Kevin, we hooked you up.
That was fast.
Thanks to Dan's high credit, we really hooked you up.
Let's take a look.
All right, here we go. Let me start off and show you what we did to the back, and then we'll move up front.
Okay.
Camera right here, so when you back up, it automatically comes on, as well as backup sensors.
Like that.
Okay. Kevin, let me show you what we've done for the audio upgrade. Went with 2 amplifiers. 1 amplifier just for your 210s, and 1 amplifier for all your new mids and tweeters. And then let's get to the video portion. We've got the 2 9-inch custom headrest monitors, adjustable, okay? 1 on this side, and then the big 15-inch monitor. There you go, tied to DirecTV. Okay, Kevin, here's what we did up front in the dash.
All right.
Touchscreen navigation system, and for the passengers, we have DirecTV hooked up into the 7-inch monitor right here.
Very cool. Well, can I play with the toys and you drive me around for a bit?
Absolutely. Let's go show you how it works.
Let's do it.
Now we're going to go underneath an overpass right here.
Okay.
And we'll show it how it freezes. The picture will
So
freeze.
we lose it for a second.
Stays there, then it comes right back on. There's a signal.
I see. Okay.
Kevin, I'm going to show you as we spin in a circle how it stays locked in.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're doing nothing but loops right now, right?
We're going to do a complete circle, and it's staying locked in. You can hear the
Yeah, I can hear it turning up top.
There you go.
Wow. That's awesome.
There you go. It stays locked on.
That's great.
And we'll keep going.
Manny, thank you so much.
Kevin, enjoy.
I will. See you soon.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Kevin. This is amazing.
Isn't this a nice setup?
This is sweet.
It's kind of weird. We're watching ourselves. I guess we're going to get a little delay there, but this is cool. This is a really nice system. It's worked out well. The only problem is that let's say that you're in front of, like, downtown and you're in front of buildings, like high-rises, it's going to cut out. But
and trees too, maybe?
Trees a little bit, if it's a big tree that you drive, but just for a split second like we showed there, and then it cuts right out. But the nice thing about this, I got it all dirt cheap.
Did you really?
Nice and cheap.
Oh, sweet. How come?
I just,
We got a problem.
What's the deal?
Your car didn't go through. I don't know
Excuse me?
Your car didn't go through.
My card.
I don't know how you guys are going to take care of this.
Excuse me?
Your car,
I think
your car did not go
it's
through.
time to go.
My card.
It's
No,
Kevin,
no, take
time to
these
go.
out.
What happened with my
This is
car?
Kevin, this is not
I'm
your
sorry,
car.
Mr. Hirschhorn. I'm very sorry. Kevin's going to bring the Hummer back right away. Okay. Yeah. Very sorry. I don't know why I get stuck with this stuff. I really don't. You can learn more about the mobile satellite television antenna at kvh.com or by calling Auto House directly at 510-733-6752. Now, still to come on this show, I got a chance to talk with Will Smith about his new film, I, Robot. That's later. And after the break, we'll be checking in on the action at our lamb party when the Screensavers continue. Stay with us. I'm Sarah Lane. Coming up in this half hour, see what the stars of the film I, Robot had to say about bringing science fiction to life in the movies. And we'll help our next caller find the perfect fit for his micro-sized motherboard. But today is Thursday, and you know what that means? Party! More specifically, LAN party. So let's check in. Kevin, what's going on?
Yes, today we are playing one of our favorite first-person shooters, Far Cry. Today, on the Screensavers team in seat number 1, we have Dan Foo Frontal Nudity Heward. Dan, how did you get that name?
I cannot. This is a PG-rated show, Kevin.
Tell us about the nudist beach. I know that you went.
What can I say?
Well, moving on to seat number 2, it's Lab Rat Robert Heron. Hey, Robert.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Tell us about the new Far Cry patches coming up.
They're incorporating a couple new features specifically to NVIDIA cards, like the 6800 Ultra that came out recently. It's Shader Model 3 is what they're adding. Requires a new DirectX 9 that's actually incorporated in Release Candidate 2 of Windows XP. Service Pack 2, if you can grab that right now. You also need an updated driver to go along with that. But
what about the ATI guys? Are they out of the picture here? I mean,
oh no. Patch 1.3 actually incorporates some new features that ATI incorporated into their latest hardware, the X800 and their whole series. Namely, compression for normal textures. Won't really get into what that is, but making things look better on the screen. And
nice.
Shader Model 3 is what is the new patch 1.2. All the NVIDIA owners are kind of waiting for. What that's really going to do is accelerate very detailed scenes, lots of geometry, make things go a little faster. Won't add anything new visually, but performance-wise.
Anytime things get speeded up and they look better, it's always a good thing. Are you excited about Doom 3?
Yeah.
You're stoked?
I've got my order on Amazon already.
Nice. Ready to go. And, of course, we have a couple of audience members in here today. We always like to say, what's up, guys? Wave. Hey. There we go. So good luck to all of you, and good luck to you playing at home.
Thanks, Kevin. Screensavers and our titillating sister show, Unscrewed, are moving to L.A., and we want you to be part of our new live studio audiences. September 7th is our first show in our new studios, our brand new set. So to come see the show in person, to be part of the magic, here's what you do. Go to thescreensavers.com or techtv.com/unscrewed to sign up. Over on the left-hand side under Show Nav, you want to click on Tickets. And then there's another link that says click here, so click that one. And then you get your request studio audience tickets. Just fill out the form, and we will contact you by email if tickets are available for the show you want to see. Brand new set, brand new show. Like I said, be a part of the magic. Now, stay where you are, because on this show, we're giving our next caller some tips on finding the right fit for his Mobo. But up next, a sci-fi concept hits the big screen. We'll talk to the stars of the brand new flick, I, Robot, when the Screensavers continue.
You are experiencing a car accident.
Those of you familiar with the author Isaac Asimov knows that he might be the most influential author in terms of how we think about robots and even how real robot technology has evolved in the last 50 years or so. His collection of short stories titled I, Robot describes how artificial intelligence has the potential to break safety boundaries, even with strict governing rules in place. In I, Robot, these rules, titled by Asimov as the 3 laws of robotics, are: number 1, a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come into harm. Number 2, a robot must obey orders given to it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. And number 3, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. So, it's all very complicated, isn't it? A new movie from 20th Century Fox is the latest modern spin on Asimov's stories and theories. Had the opportunity to talk a little more with the stars of the movie. Take a look.
We are on the eve of the largest robotic distribution in history.
The iRobot takes place in Chicago. I think it's 2035. So it's about 30 years from now. Obviously, the concepts were created originally by Isaac Asimov over 50 years ago. Do you think we're going to be there in 30 years?
Yeah, that's what I think is most interesting about the future that Alex Proyas has created, is it feels very close. You know, there's no cars flying or anything. Right. Like, it feels very authentic and very realistic, and I don't think we're actually far from this future today.
You trust them if you want to.
Are you a robophobe?
Oh no, no, that's nothing like me. I am, you know, the 10.401 software. You know, I need the latest version of everything. You know, I'm the.
What software is that? 10.401.
10.4. Yeah, you know, whatever. That was, I got the, what was that, on the Jaguar? You know, the update for the Jaguar, the OS 10. Yeah.
Alan was there in his green suit for every single scene, and then what we would have to do is remove him and perform the scene without him. And I would have to recreate the same hand positions at the same height and the distance and everything, and then they would do the whole scene without any actors. So there's a whole layering process to making this kind of film.
Well, they gave me a trainer, which was really great, who was just getting me more muscular. And then I would go to robot school. And
what's that?
It's what we called it. Basically, robot school was me and a guy. Most of the training was about moving efficiently and moving fluidly and using the skeleton as the base of all of that, and staying on balance. And the idea that you can move in any direction at any time, you're always on balance. And that was hard.
I think the difference in our current path of technology is our hardware and software are separate.
Okay.
And when hardware and software are separate, you almost protect yourself from this type of future. Okay. The problem is when the robot can learn on its own, and it actually is the hardware, you create a being that exists outside of human control. Whereas the way that our hardware and software works, you actually have to put in the updates versus it being able to look around and update itself. That's dangerous.
That's true. At least with Windows Update, it's still like, do you want to update?
Do you want to update? You know, because you can stay in the old school if you like. You don't have to update.
Very interesting concept. iRobot opens tomorrow, July 16th, in theaters everywhere. If you like Asimov, you got to see the movie and see what you think for yourself. Now, Will Smith, I said yesterday, was one of the nicest people I have ever met, but also one of the most enthusiastic geeks. If you don't believe me, I asked him about his latest tech obsessions. Here's what he had to say. So what's the last thing you bought that was the latest and the greatest?
The Reason program for the Reason software that links to Pro Tools, and I actually created the music, recorded the vocals, and burned a CD of a record all in my hotel room.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, I'm there.
Nice.
I'm there. I'm there. Yep.
That's what we like to hear. He's the real deal, good actor, nice guy, loves his tech. And to find out more about Reason, what you can do with it, visit Propellerhead software at propellerheads.se. While you're there, check out a software called Rebirth. It's a must-have for anybody's next party, I guarantee it.
Now, as Kevin and Sarah mentioned in today's news, Doom 3 will ship in just a few weeks. Now, to read the official announcement, go to Todd Hollingshead's blog. He's the CEO of id Software at webdog.org/plans/6. I know it's long. He talks about the final gold release, updated Linux and OS 10 releases, and an upcoming demo version. Hopefully it's a multiplayer demo so we can play it on a LAN party. We'll have more info on that as it is released. But coming up after the break, we're going to give Eric the answer to the mother of all motherboard questions right after these messages.
Hey, G4A is coming. It's the award show for gamers, and it's coming August 6th. We're kicking it off with a half-hour pre-show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to cast your vote for your favorite games at g4techtv.com/G-4A. G4A is presented by EB Games and Jeep. Stay tuned.
Be sure to catch tomorrow's show. Find out what you'll need to rip and burn DVDs on your Mac or your PC. Plus, learn how to control the playback of your Flash animations. And we're going to demystify that annoying maintenance required light right on your dashboard of your car. That's all on tomorrow's Encore edition of the Screensavers. Now, I am here to make an announcement with Andrew Hahn, our lab director.
Hi, Kevin. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you. We have on the phone right now John. Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
We lost John. We had a big announcement to make.
We did, but we lost him.
Let's talk about the announcement for a second here. What is this contest
We're
about?
going to ruin the thing for him, but that's okay.
Okay.
The contest is basically about a big thing about giving away $100,000 worth of the coolest stuff that the labs could possibly come up with. It's 4 rooms decked out called Digital Digs. Now, the thing is that you get like all this plasma and everything we always wanted in our homes.
All the stuff I want.
We're putting it in your home. So that's what it's all about.
And that's what you do after we award the prize. You're going to go out there with the whole crew.
That's right. All the lab guys are going to show up. We're going to take all the stuff and just cram it in every room, no matter how big they are, and just you got to deal with it.
Now, do you pick out the stuff, or do they get to pick out all the toys?
No. We pick all the stuff out because we're the pros, right?
Okay.
So that's.
Can they sell it on eBay afterwards if they want to?
They can do whatever the heck they want to do with it. I don't, whatever.
Do we have John on the phone? We don't have John.
Oh, I'm about to cry. This is like
That's
my
too
big
bad.
thing,
We're trying to give away $100,000 and he goes out to dinner at Sizzler.
Anybody want $100,000? $100,000.
Yeah, anybody in the audience? Anybody in the audience? We're kidding. But we'd have a riot breakout if that was the case. But we're going to take a live call now. We have Eric that joins us on the G4 Tech TV Netcam network. Eric?
Hello?
Hey!
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much, just hanging out, trying to give away $100,000.
Yeah. I'll take some of it.
What are you up to?
Well, I got a question for you. I have a micro ATX motherboard in my Hewlett-Packard computer.
Okay.
And I would like to know if I can put it in a full-size ATX case.
Oh, a little different form factor, though, right?
That's true. A little bit bigger. But yeah, you probably should. I mean, HP makes their own proprietary stuff.
Right.
So sometimes their motherboards are a little funky, but more recently, I mean, they've been making just standard ATX size motherboards, and it should fit right in. I can't imagine it not.
Are you running out of space there? Are you trying to install some more devices and you can't fit them all in, or?
Well, everything's all crammed up in there. I'm not getting the airflow that I want over my video card.
Right.
It's kind of running a little bit hot.
Now, the one problem about that, though, is those power supplies are tiny. That's not going to fit in a standard ATX case.
Not at all. Not at all.
So you're going to now. Does it have the same pinout as far as ATX goes into the motherboard itself?
Yeah, it should be totally the same. I can't imagine it being any different. So, I mean, all you need really is to get a big fat 180 or 120 millimeter fan to really do a good job to get the airflow through. But you might also want to replace your power supply because I mean.
That's going to be hard to mount.
It's going to be really difficult to, in the new case. So that's probably what I would do.
So go out there, find yourself a good case. Power supply, any recommendations that you really like in the lab of power supplies?
Zalman's really great. Yeah.
PC Power and Cooling, I've always liked them.
Yeah, PC Power and Cooling. Those are both good, but I like Zalman. I just like the way they look.
Very cool. Well, thank you for the call. We have John on the line now. John?
Hi.
Hey, have you been watching the show?
Yes, I sure have.
Oh, so you know what's up then, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
You are the winner of $100,000. Tech Makeover, that is. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, can't wait.
Are you stoked?
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do with all this stuff?
I have no earthly idea.
Do you have the room for it?
Probably not.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was going to say we can hook you up with one. They, $100,000. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well,
who wouldn't want a guy with $100,000?
It's a lot of bling bling. You can get some action.
That's awesome. So you're going to go over to his house.
Yep. John, we're going to head to your house in a couple weeks. We'll show up, and what we're going to do is basically interview you, talk to you about a bunch of stuff, figure out what you like, figure out, like the space you have and where everything's going to fit, and then we're just going to deck your house out with all kinds of plasma TVs, the highest-end audio equipment we could find, everything. We've been testing this stuff all year, all kinds of different categories, digital cameras, digital audio players, just everything you want. It's on the website if you want to check it out. And,
I'm sure he's going there right now.
That's right.
I would be. Shortly.
So where is he getting all this stuff from? Is it a certain company that is it?
No, you know what? We're buying it from everywhere. We're buying it for whoever, like if it's a plasma that we found only in one little shop and it's the best, we're going to go to that shop and get it. I know that there's some people helping us out with it. I think Best Buy is helping us out a little bit, but cool. More or less we're getting whatever we want to put in your house. We're going to put it in there. We're not being told what to put in your house. It's just whatever we think is coolest.
Nice. Excellent. Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Sarah, what's coming up?
I want to be a part of that whole thing. Because I know that guys can pick out, you lab rats can pick out all the good stuff, but I want to be, help with the presentation, hide all the wires, and make it look really pretty.
She tries to do that at my house.
Try. I do that at your house. All right, everybody, stay where you are, because next up we're going to check our inbox to see what's on your mind when the screensavers continue.
Let's take a look at the scores from each round of our land party.
Hard buying video today.
Let's take a look. Here they are. Anyone from our team?
Anti-Shatter?
No one.
Rebel.
You guys suck.
Silent but deadly. Deep
What happened?
Bernard. Even you, Robert Heron, I expected better.
Yes. What happened, Robert?
Yeah, I was doing pretty good, actually.
Until...
Dun, dun, dun. Had to get a couple of breaks in there, and then...
Dan distracting you with the full frontal nudity?
Indeed.
Full frontal nudity. Full frontal nudity. That's it. That's right.
The blinding light.
It's not funny unless there's the foo in it.
That's right.
If you didn't get to play this week, don't fret. Just go to our website right now and register for next Thursday.
That's right.
And you can be in our LAN party. Actually, it won't be next Thursday. It'll be
We're making our way down to L.A.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. In fact, next Thursday, I might actually be driving to L.A.
Yes, indeed.
So, soon. Register anyway for the future. Now it's the time to read some emails.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
Okay, first one's from Brian. He says, your show is sweet. However, why did Kevin buy an H2 Hummer? Now, Brian, Kevin actually didn't buy an H2 Hummer. He took it from our CEO, Charles Hirschhorn, who is very angry, and he's going to return it right after the show. Isn't that right?
That's right. I drive an old beat-up VW out in the back. But,
one can dream.
That's right.
Next
Got
one?
anything else? Yeah, I have one from Jake here. He says, in response to Ray's question earlier in the show about backing up PS2 games, there's a great alternative to it. It's called HD Loader. It's at www.hdloader.com. Hopes this helps. It allows you to play the games that are stored on the hard drive. You can store them on the hard drive for some reason. On the little PS2 hard drive. So that's pretty cool.
That's a helpful
I
tip.
have yet to give it a try, but hopefully this is a good resource.
Sounds good.
Get that in.
Next one from Zachary. He says, I cannot seem to find past show notes, like Windows tips, Dark tips. I check all the notes. I just don't know, are they there? They are. Now, there's if you go to g4techtv.com, there's a little tab on the homepage. It says the Vault, Tech TV Vault, something like that. Click on that. It's a pretty good search function. I can search for all of my tips, even if it's just Sarah, Kevin, Dark tip, Windows tip, or something along the lines of the segment that you're looking for. Pretty easy to find. There might be a little delay in the last couple of weeks because, as you know, we've been in transition, but we're going to have all that stuff up, and everything that's happened in the last 5 or so years, maybe excluding the last month, is all there.
I heard if you use Google as well and then specify the site, you can also find it that way.
Yeah, we've got some options, but the Vault is definitely the way to go. We've got a lot of content there.
Also, next question, Ryan is sending an email, says, alcohol 120% is not in legal trouble after all. They just changed their web servers. They're now at alcohol-soft.com. So for that software that we were talking about earlier, alcohol-soft.com.
That'll help the guy with 8 children.
Yes. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to mention it's the last day for Fiva, who is our security guard.
Fiva is our security guard extraordinaire. Let's take a look at him.
Fiva.
He has kept all the bad guys out ever since we've had an audience. And
thank you so much, Fiva.
Thank you so much. We're really going to miss you. Hope you can come visit.
That is it for this edition of the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Sarah Lane. Thanks so much for joining us. We'd like to thank our guests, David Rumsey and Manny Moncada. Have a great time.
Good night.
See you later.
Bye.
Great time.